All right, I have another Aliexpress toy. It's pretty intriguing. I paid about $25 for this. If you go to the description of this video, I'll link it in the description so you can buy this exact product if you're interested in getting it. But please wait to the end of my review before you spend your money. Now, I will start off by saying for $25, this is a pretty fun toy, but it has a lot of shortcomings that we're going to talk about. And so this is the box that was shipped to me. All the wear and tear was kind of shipped like that. So not too concerned. The actual product came perfect. And you can see here there's a summary of what you're supposed to be getting here. We're going to open up the box, see what's inside. So you're going to have a connection wire. This is a specialized outlet here. I'm not sure what this wire type is, but it's not your USB-C or any other cell phone charger that you're going to have on hand. So please keep that if you buy this. You're going to have the cheapest headphones ever. Like, these are really light and cheap. These are probably a nickel, just so you know. Here is a little warning. You can read a little bit about it here. We have an instruction booklet. Instruction booklet is okay. It gives you what you need. Although the device is not very complicated, it should be pretty straightforward. But there are some functions in here that if you want to take advantage of them, like video or music, it gives you a quick explanation on how to do that. And then last but not least, we have the portable console. And so this was intriguing to me because I thought, you know, this would be a great way to hand my kid a handheld that's not very expensive. I spent $25 on this device, and honestly, for $25, I will not feel bad if it breaks. Now, it reminds me of the PSP. I think that's what they were going for here, especially with, just trying to take off the sticker. Especially with this right here, and this feels just like a PSP. And we're going to go ahead and turn this on right up here. Now this light is so bright, it's actually lighting up these two. And this is the screen that boots up. It would have been nice if the other two lit up with it, but I don't think that was intentional. We do have sound somewhere. Oh, the sound is one of these buttons here. So you can hear that. There was no sound on the loading screen. And if you've ever used an emulator before, you can see here that they do put in here different ways to access the games. And so you have Mame. That's going to be where most of your arcade games are going to be. The Famicom or NES, Game Boy Advance. Classic, I'm not sure what they were going with that theme, but we'll go in there shortly. Super Famicom, that's the Super Nintendo. MD is the Master Drive, which is basically Sega. Game Boy and Game Boy Color. And so I did have a chance to preview some of these games before, but let's go ahead and open it up so you can see what the interface looks like. Now, one thing that I detest, I really hate about this, is that each individual file has an alternate name. So like Alloy Warhead, that's Metal Slug. So you can see here when you enter in here, it has M Slug. That's the game that you're booting up, but it's called Alloy Head, just so you know. Now, I am not disappointed with at all how this game runs on this device. So we're gonna play it real quick. I'm gonna test. Now, one complaint here, and it's very minor, the sound buttons are very close to the start and select. So sometimes you'll raise the volume when you mean to push start, and sometimes you mix the buttons up. You have no way of programming your buttons, so every game that you play, you'll have to figure out what button is what. And so, like, these buttons don't do anything up here. That's jump, shoot, and bomb. So we're just going to run through it. I'm using the joystick that's included here. I don't like the way the joystick feels. I don't think it's very precise, but it is functioning. But it is a portable type joystick. It's not. If you're used to the PSP, you'll probably like it. I'm not, so I'm not a fan. We got the heavy machine gun. Now to exit, all we're gonna do is we're gonna push select, and you can see you can quick save, you can load a previous save, you can return back to the menu or exit. So we'll go ahead and exit. Now, although the names are switched on some of these games, Boxer 1995, that's, what is it, Final Fight? Now, I will say on the, King of Fighters, there we go. King of Fighters, every fighting game I've ever played on this device has not played very well. I have not played this King of Fighters 95, so let's see how it runs. But there's almost like a delay on the screen from what I'm doing, and it's hard to explain if you're not playing it yourself. So, oh, I pushed the wrong button here. We'll go ahead and pick our character. Oh, no. So let's see here. Tell you if this one's having any of the issues that I had playing some of the other games. So I normally see it when I jump. Like you can see there was kind of like a frame rate skip there when that guy jumped. It just kind of the responsiveness between the controller and the video is there, but sometimes it just seems like the opponent or my character just disappears entirely. And then reappears where it would have been had there not been that delay. So let's see if I can replicate that. But this one, honestly, is not performing as bad as another fighting game that I tested out. So just beware, fighting games may or may not be very functional. I'm trying to see if I can win this one. Did not. Not very good at fighting games, though. So we're going to exit there. So King of Fighters looks playable. What was another game? 10th Anniversary Boxer King. Let's see what that is. King of Fighters 10th. Maybe it's this one that's not really that great. We're just going through some Mame. Now, Mame does not have a lot of files on here, but I will tell you that I did plug this into my computer, and it was very easy to access the ROM files on here. All right. Let's see if we can replicate that. Skipping. Yeah, so like when I'm jumping here, it's almost like they disappear for a second. And I don't know if it's a limitation of the device, a bad ROM, but I will say it probably is a limitation of the device. Too much stuff going on the screen, and the game is freezing. Or skipping. Yeah, see right there, that was a big skip right there. So fighting games, just beware, may not have the, may not be playable to you. But again, for $25, playing this on the go, having this in the car, you know, this is not horrible, but you will notice it from time to time. Some skipping. What time? Oh, time went out. Yeah, at least I beat them. Oh, that's weird. Okay, that was weird that it took so long to go to the next thing. Okay. So I am looking forward to going in and changing up some of the included ROMs on here. Try to get some of the games that I like to play. You'll need to own the ROMs. They're not going to come included. So you see here there's 60 Mame games included here. We're going to go back. Famicom. Now, the NES, all these games should be playable. I'm just going to pull one up at random. You can see here there's 1,300 NES files on here. And I don't know if every single one of them is has alternate names. Like some of them have names that I recognize, but you may have to do a little bit of hide and seek to find the game that you want, or do what I'm going to do and rename everything to what it's supposed to be. I'm going to try. Hopefully I don't mess it up, but my plan is to take the exact files the way they are, take them off into a file of their own, and then try to mess with the device after that. And then if I screw it up, just put the files back exactly where they were. But I do want to put on a game that I know. So let's see here. The Story of New Zealand. Like some of these games, like you're like The Legend of, like, I think I know the name of this game, but it's just they change it just enough that it's kind of frustrating. Let's see here. Like I just want to play Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, games I know. And the other frustrating thing is I do not see a search function. So if you know the name of your game and you want to just go straight to it, there is a trick on how to do it, but it only works some of the time. I'll show you in just a second. Let's see here. I just got to pick something. I'm going through the list though, so you can see a list of included games. I'm just trying to find one that I know is tried and true. See, Warriors of Time and Space. I'm trying to figure out what that might be. Or like, let's see. And you will see some repeats in here. But considering Earthworm War, I wonder what that is. I wonder if this is... I'm gonna try boxing. I wonder if that's George Foreman. Yeah, alright, cool. This is a good one. Actually, I was thinking of Little Mac. This is not Little Mac. This is... I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, it kind of plays the same. I don't think I've ever played this one. Not as memorable. I remember with the NES, there's only 2 buttons and the D-pad. Okay, we're gonna exit out of here. See if we can find another game. Yeah, and I have a feeling that all these NES games are gonna work just fine. Let's see what Magic Boy is. Conquest of the Crystal Palace. Yeah, we'll just get out of here. I don't know what that game is. Oh, went back to return. Now again, for $25, I am not recommending it because it has its flaws, but I do think that if you end up getting this game or this device for $25, there's a lot that it has to offer. Trying to see if this is just one button. Being able to play these games on the go, $25 is not a horrible deal. Definitely better quality than some of the other games I've played. Oh, here we go. Rockman. That is Mega Man. Yeah, I recognize that sound. Rockman 6. So this is the Japanese version. These games are great, by the way. And usually the NES is like B and A, or A and B. So shoot, jump, and then it'll repeat over here. I don't know why that jump's so funny. It's like turbo. That's weird. Oh, okay. So I think bottom row is the traditional control, and the top is turbo. Let's see, yeah, so if I hold this button down, it's doing turbo fire. That's why this is jumping so funny, because it's turbo. And I'm playing this not off the device, but I'm watching my phone, so I might not be like the best. But yeah, I mean, the game is working to my satisfaction, even though I'm doing poorly. I feel like some of these 2-button moves where you gotta like hold 2 buttons at the same time kind of get a little funky. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here. That's NES. Let's go over to Game Boy Advance, and I was actually kind of impressed that Game Boy Advance actually worked on here. It worked a lot better than I thought. Now, I don't believe there is a ton of games on here, so let's go all the way down. See how many games are included. Oh, quite a few actually. I could have just gone up. 110 Game Boy Advance, and when I did play this, it did work, but I feel like you have to go through a lot of these games, and some may work for you, some may not. Let's see, what are we playing here? Square Enix. Oh, and that's going to be bad if you have a import RPG, as I hopefully you know Japanese. Final Fantasy. Oh, we could play Mega Man again. Trying to see if I can find a game. Well, let's try Harry Potter. I've never played this game on Game Boy Advance, but I just... Okay, it's Japanese. Hopefully you don't need to read a lot in Japanese for this to work. Alright, I have no idea what I'm doing. My Japanese is a little rusty. So you can see the game is working. Lowering down the volume just in case of copyright. I doubt it's copyright. The buttons are working. The game's working. See if we can find something like Tony Hawk Pro Skater or something. Medal of Honor. Let's see how this works. English, please. I had a Game Boy Advance. I would love to spend some time going through and playing some of these. Alright, campaign. Beachhead, alright. Oh, okay, there's like a top-down shooter. I'm gonna see if this works. Okay, who am I? So this is working. Okay, so I can shoot here. Oh, switching weapons. Shooting here. Man, D-Day. Pretty violent. Get some health. Yeah, the game's working just fine. You know, again, I'm not playing directly off my screen. I'm playing off my phone, so seeing exactly what you're seeing. Oh no, no! Oh, I blew myself up. I'm gonna leave this game now. So Game Boy Advance seems to be working all right. Classic. Not quite sure what Classic is. I think, oh yeah, if you know what you want to play, you can go in here. Like all the Ninja Turtle games are listed here. It has the Game Boy Advance and 3 NES versions of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hot Blood series. What is Hot Blood? Yeah, I don't know what this theme has to do with anything. Demon City series. Castlevania. So we have the NES versions of Castlevania, Game Boy Advance of Demon City Concerto. So, I mean, the Castlevania games, like, you can find those pretty quick here. Text card series, what's that? Pirate King series. Yeah. But anyways, you can find some games quickly here. There's also this history button. It'll show you all the games that you played recently. So this is what I was saying, where if you find some games that you like, you can just come in here and play them, and that'll be the easiest way to find the games. You can see some of these games that I played earlier. Now, I did play a Zelda game, and it wasn't working very good on the Super Nintendo, and I feel like some of the Super Nintendo games weren't coming through right. Let's try a Mega Man game. Oh. But I just felt like there was something with the Super Nintendo ROM that it just didn't work. The screen is big though, it's 4 inches. Some of the other devices on Aliexpress had smaller screens. I think 4 inches is probably the smallest I would go for a portable device like this. And the thing is, I don't really want to spend more money on something like this. $25 is about the limit I want to spend for this. But I don't expect to play very complex games on the go. Okay. So just trying to find the control scheme. And like, I don't know if like original Mega Man had you pushing this button up here and then jumping down here. Like that doesn't seem very like good ergonomics. Like it feels like the shot button should be either this one or this one, but it's this one up here. So, and because you can't change the button scheme unless it's programmed into the game, allowing you to change it, you're pretty much stuck with that configuration. So, but yeah, this one seems to be working pretty good too. So we'll exit out of Super Famicom. Master Drive. So Sonic Boy, let's try Sonic. Yeah, I recognize that noise. Sonic 3, okay. Yeah, I will say this, like you definitely feel like you're playing on a knockoff device in terms of like the controller. It's like you're playing on a Mad Catz controller, which, you know, Mad Catz controllers are functional, but like imagine playing Sonic the Hedgehog with a Mad Catz controller. That's what this feels like. So it's playable, and I'm not complaining about the controller per se, but it's not the controller that you're used to when playing Sonic or any other game that I've played on here. It's slightly spongy, it's just a little bit different. Okay, so we can see that Sonic's working just fine. We're gonna exit that. And we got how many games in here? I didn't check on the Super Nintendo. So 574, it's a pretty good collection there. Let's take a quick look at Super Nintendo. 189. Game Boy certainly works, but see how many we have here. 188. Game Boy Color. 159. So those should certainly work. We have this other folder. Not sure what's supposed to be in there. You do have settings. Let's see if there's a search feature in here. Oh, you can plug this into your TV. And just so you know, you can put in your own music. You can put in your own photos. You can upload some videos on here. I have not connected to Wi-Fi. Let's see if you can. Yeah, you can't really connect to Wi-Fi. So, back out. I think that's File Explorer, not like Windows Explorer. We're backing out here, going to Tools. So yeah, Photo. There was some photos in here, nothing interesting, just some stock photos. But there was some stuff in there. There was an ebook too, and it was really weird. Like a text document. I deleted that just to make space. There was some music. Oh yeah, here we go. The perfect ending of The Stupid Angel. If you click it, you can read. And it's just a text file. So if you want to read books while you're using this device, you can. Not sure what this book's all about. That was what came included. There was music. It was like some K-pop. I deleted it. It was like 2 songs. And then there was some video. Again, it was like some Asian video, maybe Chinese or Korean, but it was in there as well. And that's the device. So that's pretty much everything that you get for $25. Again, if I'm handing this to a young, 5-year-old, 4-year-old, and this breaks, I'm not crying over it. I spent $5 on it. You do get everything that you need to play right out of the box. If you take this wire and plug it right into your computer, you'll be able to access the ROMs, save them on your computer if you want. Although I don't like the names of the games on there. I just don't know like what they're meant to be. So I do want to go in there and tinker with the files and put in games that I know. That way I can find them faster. But all in all, if you spend some time exploring the games that you like, I guarantee you will find a few in there that work perfectly and are something that you would like to play. And for $25, like you can't even buy some of these retro games and play them at home. So for instance, like you may want to buy an NES to play some NES games. You're going to spend more than $25 just trying to get a collection of anything that's close to what's in here. So I hope this video was informative to you. Remember to go to the description of this video, click the link, it'll take you right to this device. If you've never ordered off of Aliexpress before, it's just like Amazon, except it takes sometimes over a month to get your product. So if you're trying to get this for a birthday or for anything else, be sure to order it well in advance. Some delivery options will be as quick as 12 days, but 12 days is pretty much the fastest you can get something, and that's only on select items or unless you pay a really high shipping cost. My fee of $25 included shipping and the exact one that you see here. There were some colors that you can choose from. I picked the blue, but there were other colors as well. So that pretty much concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good day.